Some things never change. Now we are back. What we did right now was go on the air without the mics on, and that was embarrassing.
We were doing lip reading magic.
Yeah, it was the silent portion of our podcast. Luckily, if you're listening to this after it's come out, you didn't have to experience that. But we were on the air for like 2 minutes without mics on. But anyways, welcome to Chris Sees the Internet, Sunday, 7 p.m. right here on PlatformCollection. This is the live version of our podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, we do a recorded version during the week. We throw it up whenever. It just goes up on the stream, and there's a video and audio. And you can always catch us here, though, live, Sundays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And jump in the chat room, man. We'll talk to y'all. We'll discuss things. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to Melly. Gene Flo caught that the mic was muted in the chat room. See, if you're in the chat room, you get to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Once this goes, once we're done with this show, I'm just going to edit that part out, and then it'll be like me and Eddie were just perfect. But for the rest of the show, just understand this is live. We're not recording this at all. So, are we though? Are we one of the only podcasts on YouTube that does that? I think so.
I think we are, man.
I think so. I think I've seen a few here and there, but I think for the most part, we're one of the only ones who just goes live. And then we don't. There's no extra editing, except for today. Obviously, I'm not gonna upload to the audio version a bunch of silence.
Yes.
But that's Hip Hop Eddie, producer extraordinaire, man. That was on you.
I mean, they could just look at us for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And kind of try to figure out if we were saying anything.
Yeah, maybe if people watch that, they can see they can just fill in our words for us. But nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning in to Chris Sees the Internet. We cover all things internet. But today is a very special day. Today is Conspiracy Day on Chris Sees the Internet.
There's a lot of that out there.
Yeah, dude. Today is going to be a good day. We have our good friend DJ FM, the extraordinary DJ, man. He's another level type DJ. He's going to be coming through via Skype. He's coming live from
Zoom.
Oh, via Zoom. I said Skype. I dated myself.
We have been doing this.
He's coming live from what? Now, what is this thing that he's coming from?
It's it's called sesh, I think, or a marijuana sesh kind of thing. So he plays music there, and they
explain to people what a sesh is. What if people don't know what a sesh is?
It's a place, I guess, warehouse or building or even outside area where people sell their cannabis, their different flavor cannabis and different stuff like
different
edibles, even CBD stuff.
Yeah.
While
all THC products, yes, more or less, right?
Definitely. And while DJ FM is playing music.
Oh, and DJ FM plays from there, and yes, so we're through the miracle of technology and satellites, we're gonna have him live on the show, live from the sesh.
Yes.
So that's okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Eddie once again with the production credit, man.
Well,
coming through in a big way.
Yeah.
Getting us top notch guests. But here's the reason we're going conspiracy, because I've known DJ FM for quite some time. You may know him formerly of Psycho Realm. He's been a long time DJ in the LA underground hip hop scene. He's been all around the world. He's toured to many, many countries. And he was on my other podcast, Crappy Awesome, and we talked about his experiences with UFOs.
Yes.
His beliefs in what some people would call conspiracy theories, other people would call truth, some people would call somewhere in the middle. But he's into it, and it's been documented on my other podcast, Crappy Awesome, that you can catch anywhere podcasts are found. And for people who don't know, what we're doing with that show is we're transitioning that show into this show. So we're making just like a big sandwich. Well, I guess it's just half a sandwich, right? It's a sandwich with nothing in it. We're in it.
Yes.
We're in the sandwich.
And we're the best part of it.
Between Crappy Awesome and Chris Sees the Internet, we're going to smush it all together, do in-depth interviews on this show. That's what we used to do on Crappy Awesome, but we're also going to have the fun that we always do on this show. But anyways, he's coming on, and he's a great dude to talk about some fun stuff like conspiracies and craziness. Man, I got some in researching for the show. I decided to like really dig into some. I wanted to do some of the like conspiracies that are not necessarily like the obvious ones. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I decided to.
Yeah, you got deep into.
Yeah, I got deep. I got some good ones, man. So I think the audience is going to be pretty hyped about it, and hopefully they'll be into it. And hold on, I'm hearing an echo. Are you hearing an echo? Let me see. Hold on a second.
No echo on this side here. Oh, that echo. Yes, I did hear that.
Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, man. So look out for that. That's coming up. And DJ FM is going to come up, and we're going to talk to him about hip hop, about DJing, producing. He's a great producer. About touring, being a working DJ. If you're a DJ, today's the day to be tuning in.
Definitely.
Because I'm gonna ask him some questions for y'all. If you guys are in the chat room, make sure to throw up some questions, and if I get a chance, I would definitely ask them. Shout out to the DJ_Ath in the chat room saying hey. Shout out to Melly Moreno. 7 October's I see you. All right, man. How's your week been?
It's been good, man. It's been steady, busy getting things just kind of settled at home. You know, wife doing personal growth classes, kids going to school, me adventuring out there. So
wait. So the your wife does personal growth.
She takes personal growth classes.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. So in her taking those, definitely is helping her, you know, better herself, you know, in that way. And it helps me too. It's almost like we're both taking it because I go in there and help her out with kind of like
what are you learning? What are you learning from the personal growth that you're like, man, I didn't know that. By the way, I think it's convenient that the way the light's hitting you today, it's almost like you're being interrogated in like a FBI thing. So
I do
for Conspiracy Day, it's dope. I love how you did the set.
Yeah, I mean,
you look like you're in a dungeon or something. But anyway, so you do you're doing personal growth classes.
Personal growth classes, yeah. So it just talks about like picking your career. So what she's doing, picking career. So she wants to go on like in the nursing field. So does it like assistant nursing? What does it take to be that? So she has to research it and
like mindset or education or like what or like all of it,
like a job to get there.
No, but I'm saying when she does research it, what is she finding? Like it needs that you need to have a state like what is, you know what I mean? Like what is personal growth? Like what do you? I still don't understand what is she studying.
Oh, okay. What that does, it makes you dig inside you to see. Really ask yourself the questions: what you really want to do in life, how you feel, what's going on mentally. Like
that seems like a good class to have.
Yeah, it is. So it's
and you never had a class like that.
No. The personal growth has been in these streets.
In these streets.
And now I'm getting the educational part of it.
Right. Yes. I get that. Okay, well that's pretty tight, man. So dude, have you and I have been in places, right, where we have. I mean, I guess we could say we've seen UFOs, right? I mean, it was UFOs, right? We don't know what they were, right? And it's happened to you and I together a couple times, which is weird. I think the most memorable one, at least for the times when I was with you, I have my own like most memorable, but I think the most memorable one when I was with you was. It was me, you, our friend Peaky from London. He was down. He was touring here
in the States.
Yeah, and we were kicking it with him in like Pomona, California, and we were on a rooftop at like it was kind of like an artist run shop, right? Where they kind of just made art there and sold shirts and. But we had some friends that were there. Shout out to Nat the Lioness. And we were all on the rooftop, just hanging out, right? Doing as you do. You know what I mean?
Looking up the stars.
Looking up at the stars.
Some air up in the some air up in the air. No, some smoke up in the air.
Yeah, and we all kind of saw like a few UFOs, right? And we were all kind of stunned. It was like, and I'm obviously not describing it with the excitement that I had when it happened, but we were tripping out. We were like, whoa, what are we seeing here? And then we kind of, at first it was kind of like a nervous laugh, like, wait, are we really seeing this? And then like we all started to confirm with each other, and then we were able to point them all out with each other.
Right.
And it lasted for a while.
It did, man.
And that was a pretty weird thing. I can't say I know what that was. I'm open to whatever it could have been.
I think at one point we said it might have been debris that was up in the space.
Yeah, I think it could be, right? I think a lot of times what people could see or they think that UFOs are. I know now, this is something I didn't know growing up, right? This probably would have helped. But on pretty clear nights, you can see satellites. Just stare up. If you can see stars, you can see satellites most of the time. Especially if you're near like a city and there's a lot of light and there's just the way the light can pick up on these things. You can see them. So a lot of times you see them tumbling through the sky. And if you've ever seen like the map, have you ever seen like the map of satellites?
I have, yes.
Hold on, let me bring that up really quick. But yeah, the map of satellites over the Earth is crazy.
It is, yeah. I mean, I sometimes, when I look for directions or whatever, I change it to that, and it does. I can see.
What do you mean?
You're talking about?
Oh, like GPS? No, I'm talking about just in general, the amount of satellites that are in the sky is crazy. Like it's not just for GPS; it's for like a million different things. Yeah, look at this.
So it's not for my GPS, man.
I mean, it's not that amongst other things, dude. This is how many. Look,
I know. I'm looking at it. It's whoa.
I mean, you can.
It's like another.
It's crazy that we can fly out of that thing and not hit it. If you're on the audio version, you're missing out. But what we're showing is just.
It up, yep.
It looks like. I mean, yeah, you can just Google this. It's just map of satellites around the Earth.
It looks like what, Saturn, maybe like a Saturn.
Yeah,
version
almost.
Of it?
Yeah, it almost looks like Saturn with rings, but just way more. The amount, and then it's just all completely around like the inner atmosphere as well, right? They're not all out in deep space, and they're just out there.
That's so crazy how that stuff could exist up there and just almost like stay there.
What do you mean?
I mean the debris from like
all our trash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our trash. Yeah, but I mean this isn't trash. These are working satellites.
I know. I mean,
so imagine the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because but a lot of the times I think most of this stuff just comes down to Earth, or at least that's what they say.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure a lot of it. I'm sure we have polluted.
Oh,
right.
Both
we've definitely
the ocean and the
yeah, we've polluted. Sky. I mean, if we do the ocean, we've done space for sure. But okay, so where are you at on aliens?
I think they exist. I think they are.
Do you say like do you have an idea of like I think this is what they are? Or are you like nah, I have no idea? Or
I mean, I could just say that I think. Is kind of what the normal, or not the normal, that picture they show of what an alien kind of looks
with the
like.
big eyes,
big eyes and stuff like that.
You're leaning towards that.
I just lean towards that.
You know, there's a theory that are the people who believe in the fact that those things, or that they can see those things, is that those might be like robots, right? Or like not real, like that's what they send down here to kind of like
those robots to us.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
And that's the version. It's why like when they get abducted, people say they're so cold, or they have no personalities, or like, you know what I mean? I don't.
That's like
that sounds ridiculous even saying
like our iRobot stuff. Oh yeah, man, I can see.
But you believe that they are what? What do you think?
I think just like another version of us. That just kind of. I mean. I would say has similarities, but maybe more advanced, like the DNAs, and we would look different, but
is it from another planet?
No, I think they're from here. I think they most likely live like super, super deep in the ocean.
And
they just kind of
you're one of the ocean guys.
They just kind of live down there. Because there's just so
so much unexplored space,
so much, and then humans can't go a certain amount for sure. They just can't go. I mean, I don't know what it is, but And
I mean, they claim have we let me see. I know the Marianas Trench is apparently like the deepest we've ever been. Let me see.
Yeah,
Have
but okay.
we I'm gonna have we been to the bottom of the ocean? Let's see here. Let's see
Well,
what Google tells us.
yeah, I mean, I don't know,
This is the
because it's
internet
just
show,
so
bro.
big. Then where is the end to go to say, oh, let's go all the way down on this side because this.
Well, I mean, I think there's probably like let's see. Explorer Victor Vescovo completes mission to dive to deepest points in the world's ocean. 10,927 meters, the deepest sea dive ever. But I don't know if have we reached the bottom of the ocean? Maybe that's a better question. The Challenger Deep is at the bottom of the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. It has only been reached once before in 1960 by the explorers Don Walsh and Jack Picard. Huh. Yeah, I mean, they're saying that we have at least explored. I mean, we've touched it basically. We've touched down and come back. But yeah, I mean, I mean, the planet is so big.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's like an understatement. You know what I mean? Obviously, like that's a weird way to describe it. It's humongous to us.
Yeah, I mean, would you? I mean, would you rather go to the bottom of the ocean or like up or in space?
Yeah, I don't, man. We've talked about this before. I don't know if I'm into the space one, man. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I don't know. I guess it's gonna tie into some of the stuff we're gonna talk about today too. Some of the conspiracies I found and that we're gonna dive into. But if for some reason the Earth was gonna have some sort of cataclysm that wasn't going to be like a lot of people were not going to survive it, and I had an opportunity to leave into space, would I go? Because surprisingly, my answer is not yes right away. Because I do also believe like you could just get out in space and just die in space, or you could just get onto maybe a ship and we don't have another place to go, say, and you're just out there. Would you want to live on a spaceship that just floats in space for, like, say, the last 40, 50 years of your life?
No,
you're out. So you would just, okay, so they're like, so the wave is coming. Like, they're like, Eddie, the giant tsunami that's going to rush around the entire planet and take everybody out. It's 1 hour away. We got a ticket for you to get off the planet. Will you take it? We don't know where you're going. It's just basically going to shoot you out into space. There'll be enough food for, we'll give you 20 years. 20 years. Hopefully you'll find something by then, but you got 20 years worth of food. But those 20 years most likely will be lived upon a spaceship. Are there any other questions you're asking before you decide? This is your life here, dude.
no,
I can hear the wave.
Yeah. I mean, I would take it. I would
waves.
Go.
You would take off?
Yeah.
Oh, just to live.
Just to live. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you're not as dark and despairing as me, because I was like, well, you're gonna die anyways. Might as well just get it over with. But yeah, I see you. You're trying to fight.
Yeah.
But space, bro.
I mean,
space.
What of you?
But I mean, I feel like by that third month, you'd probably be like, man, fuck this view.
Yeah, this
like.
It's like the cabin fever. I mean, but you know what? I didn't think about when I said the ocean. I just pictured like eventually if I go in there, it would be dark.
The ocean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So then,
what do you mean? Like, that wasn't even an option to live on the ocean. Okay, so let's add that one.
No.
Would you rather go deep down into the ocean? All these save your life. Oh, okay. Only one of them doesn't technically save your life, but you get to die fast. Okay, better yet. Hold on. Here's the bet. Here's the thing. They're saying, Eddie, the wave, the giant tsunami, the 500-foot tsunami that's going to come and take us all out, wash around the planet, everybody's going to drown. Here are your options. We can just shoot you and be over with. Boom, you're just done. and you won't have to drown and probably get ripped to shreds. Really, that's probably what will happen, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it would
To
tear
just
me
get
up.
ripped to shreds.
And I would probably feel.
Or you could take this submarine down to the bottom of the ocean where you'll be safe. We don't know if you're going to be able to come back for a while because, with like this wave is going to mess up like the nuclear, systems all around the world. So there might be nuclear waste everywhere. You won't be able to live. There's nothing to eat up here, but we got it packed down there for at least 20 years. Or you could take this rocket and go up to space and same thing, 20 years, but we don't know where you're going to go. You might just be floating around. Which one do you take, Eddie? What say you?
Ocean.
You're going the ocean?
Yes.
Oh shit, dude! The ocean makes me like pee a little bit in my pants when I think about it.
If I go to the space,
Yeah.
in 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could continue to still be just, float around. I mean, I can't touch ground. At some point, if I'm in the ocean and for some reason it just kind of floats up or something happens, I could eventually maybe even touch ground and see what happens. But
if you're
but
on
in space, I don't. I mean,
dude, no, but
it falls down.
I'm telling you, 20 years. I mean, first of all, you can't fall in space. There's nowhere to fall.
No, I'm saying when it come down, like
no, it's not coming down. The Earth is done, so it's taking you away from the Earth. You're just gonna have to find something new, and you got 20 years worth of life on the ship.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's just like being at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah,
the waters might not come down in 20 years. And even if you did, you might come up and just be in the middle of the ocean. And then you're just going to die that way anyways.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. First of all, the fun of this game is that you decide one and you go.
Yeah, then I would go with the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go with the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What would you be? Dude, the ocean gets me. It's weird that I don't see the ocean like space. Like if you have to live there.
I feel
because you can't breathe there either.
Yeah.
Right? At the moment you step out of protection, you're dead. At the bottom of the ocean, I mean, you'll just explode, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you just, like you'll explode. Your body will explode. The pressure will be too much. It won't even explode. It'll implode, right? Because it gets squashed. Ooh, what a way to go, bro.
Yeah.
But in space, I think what happens? I don't know. Does pressure happen? I think you just freeze. I think it's like a flash freeze. Like, because they said, I literally saw something one time. There is a few seconds you can survive in space without anything for a few seconds. I think they said maybe even like 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
But then you would just end up basically suffocating. Really what would happen is your lungs would turn into like needles of glass, of ice,
Well, it takes 30 seconds to die. That's what it is.
Yeah. So, I mean, either way, so if you go to space, you at least get that 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure at the bottom of the ocean, you just smash. That's it. You're done.
Yeah, I'm still with the ocean, man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is where so me and you are, look, dude, we're at the fucking, you and I are right there. The wave's coming. I got my suitcases. You got yours. Just like Eddie, bro. I think I'm gonna just go to space, bro. You're gonna go to, bro, for reals?
Yeah,
you're gonna go to ocean.
I hope
here it comes. The wave's coming, man.
I mean, I'm protected because I'm going in a submarine. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not flying to space, fool. Like, obviously, obviously, I'm protected too.
I just gotta make sure I got my trail mix, and then I'll be good.
Oh, okay. So, infinite trail. This is what I feel though. I feel kind of like the food would be better in space now. Because I don't feel like you want to have a lot of stove type stuff.
Oh no!
Down on the bottom of the ocean, maybe.
I think they would I would think they would probably provide the same kind of food.
Oh,
the frozen.
Nah, man. I feel like in space, I heard like they got some like cool. Elon Musk is developing like cheeseburgers. Like you could, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be lit, dude. Space is lit, bro. You need to go to space. That's what you need to do, bro. Okay, dude, how about this one? What if, this one, let's just add one more option. Instead of the shooting option, you get to be on a boat. You got 20 years worth of food.
On a boat?
No. Actually, since you're breathing normal air, it gets cut in half. You got 10 years worth of food on a boat. It's not nice. I mean, it's a yacht, but there's like 50 people on that boat. You know what I mean?
Oh, with extra people on there.
No, there's extra people on all of it. None of them you're by yourself. First of all, how would you get yourself to the bottom of the ocean? What would you? No, man. There's people with you.
Bro, I'll write them $1 trillion check and just be like, cash it till Monday.
Just get me down there, and then they got to come back up. They're like, bro, sure, there's a lot of room in there, man. You don't think I can stay? You're gonna be like, nah, man. There's no room, bro.
No room.
Like, but bro, there's like 5 more beds there. I can't. Nah, man. You just got to drop me off.
I mean that's tough too with
the ocean, man.
People.
That's a bad way to go too, I assume, right? You sunburn and like you probably eventually you're gonna eat somebody. Let's be honest, that's how that story always ends on the boat. Somebody gets eaten.
Yeah.
There's almost no chance you're not gonna eat somebody.
Yeah. I mean,
they could eat you.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm assuming. I guess
I would do the boat.
You know what I feel, dude? True or not? I don't feel like they would necessarily. Why don't I see it? Maybe just because I've never seen it in a movie, but and movies are real. But I feel like you wouldn't eat anybody in space. Like it's almost like, you know what I mean? Like it's below space, you know? Like cannibalism, you can't be eating people in space. But you could eat somebody, I feel like, at the bottom of the ocean. Like if you were at the bottom of the ocean.
I mean, even on
and
the
someone
top of the
died.
ocean.
Yeah, and on the boat for sure. They're fish. If they're dead, they're pretty much fish, I think, at some point. Or fish food. But if you're at the bottom of the ocean, I don't think you can. Yeah, no, you definitely eat somebody at the bottom of the ocean because you get desperate. I don't feel why does it? They've never. Does that ever happen in any movie? Is there like cannibalism in space?
No.
Because there's been a lot of space movies where they're running out of food, but nobody ever is like, well, we're just going to eat somebody. But I feel like we get to that really quick if you're on a mountain or some shit.
I think
you know what I mean? Like you're like,
I think in space they would just say step out and just freeze
die.
You die.
Oh, because it's easier to die. Ooh, hold up, bro. Hold up. Maybe you just added something to the whole decision making thing now because maybe the way we should be deciding this is where's the easiest place to check out if you need to. And space is definitely easier because ocean still, that's brutal, man. That's brutal. I mean, look at space. You could literally just hold your breath and then just go out. And then I'm assuming you just kind of get stiff and then boom, it's just like a flash freeze. Yes. Whereas in the ocean, you become literally fish food. Like it's just splatter.
But if I was at the bottom, then it'd be almost like the space where I just
be fast.
Nobody would kill. Nobody would eat each other. Just go and kill each other.
You know what's the problem though with that? Here's the problem with that, and I'm not even sure there is a problem, but I'm just saying there's a problem. The problem with that is what if it's not like at the bottom of the ocean you step out of the submarine, you're like, fuck it, man, I ran out of food. I'm not gonna eat Chris. You know what I mean? Like, I'm barely there. I'm barely breathing. Eddie, don't eat me, man. And you're like, dude, there's not enough air in here. I'm gonna call it. And you get maybe there's like a little ejection pod that just shoots you out. What if you get out and you're like, this is gonna be fast anyways, Chris, don't worry. And I'm looking through the window and I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna give you at least the dignity of watching you die because you deserve it. You were my best friend, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'm here for you, bro. And when I'm gonna give you a thumbs up, right? Like, why would you go out? I'm gonna thumbs up right before you splat, right? And it's gonna be instantaneous, bro. It should probably not hurt at all. And then you get shot out. I'm watching you, and I'm like, ooh, his leg is getting bigger. Oh, his leg blew up. Oh, that's all that blew up. Oh, it's going really slow. It's going too slow. And then what if we find out that way? Because we don't really know. I don't know. I mean, nobody has obviously nobody has ever survived walking out at the bottom of the ocean to report back.
Right. I mean,
hey guys, it went fast. What if it's really slow, bro? And you pick at that moment, Eddie, you'll look at me. I'll give you the thumbs up, and then you'll just give me a thumbs down, like you picked the wrong one.
Like you write it in the book.
Yeah, I'll just don't do that. Okay, don't do that one. I'll be like, I'll take the next submarine up, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I think the water would have got me.
I'm pretty sure it's fast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's fast. So. All right, man. Let's get into some of these. I'm excited, bro. I have some conspiracies.
Yeah, and we got FM around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we got DJ FM coming in right at the top of the hour. So stay tuned for that. He's going to be, I know he's always got some conspiracy. He's also always like read some dope book or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let me look this up really quick. Let me get some music. Rete.
Yeah, let's get it in there.
In fact, let me play a song, man. I'm gonna play one of my songs.
Get it in it.
This is the Claustrophobic remix featuring Hollow Visions and Parker Edison.
What up,
And
Parker?
yeah, shout out to those good gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Always fun times with them. So check that out, and we'll be right back.
I ain't got no room in me, casa. 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 What if I could fall away right into the dark? What if you ain't happy till the stopping of my heart? I live in what if. Yeah, I live in what if. I'm working on it. How are we the same? This was not my pick. I was chosen high, bro. You don't know a tick of the seconds of the time that it takes for a mind flow to break. I separate the party from the candles and the cake. I know the stakes, so I add more weight. I don't need my soul to be something on your plate. I don't have the time or believe in it. A plan for the leaving it. Watch me hit an orbit that you probably can't see and shit. You fucking with a fly guy. You stuck inside that box and I radiate from outside. And I don't know one thing about your freedom. I just see the signs and I read them. I'm claustrophobic. I'm really trying to own it. I need some space in this place so I can't control it. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa. I ain't got no room in me, casa. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa.
Some days I feel chosen like a motion picture. I'm heaven sent to mask the pain inside the God's inflicted. Other days, blood drips down my arms, shirt weathered from the storm. In that moment, no, I'm nothing with you. Four corners in this room, it's a mess. I can't breathe, suffocated by anxiety, stress. I must leave, but I fear inside my mind it's a test. Trust me, but in the mirror cracks run across my face complex. Offset by the need for the touch, shit, the need for the need for the love. But only if that love is for me. Pride's got me feeling claustrophobic. Heart running, palms sweaty, but I'm really trying to own it. I'm really trying to fuck up these scenes. I hate these rappers, better than what most of you've seen. Fuck these actors. I've been underdog for just way too long. If somebody out here don't start singing my songs,
I'm claustrophobic. I'm really trying to own it. I need some space in this place so I can't control it. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa. I ain't got no room in me, casa. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa. Yeah, I ain't got no room in me, casa.
Nah, I ain't got no room in me casa. Nah, son, even if there's ins in the outcome. How come you waited till we bubbled till you bounced up? We was in there shooting in the gym, you was clowning. Now it's hot at the top of your billboard. Biters gonna bite, it's alright, we'll just build more. Filled more seats with that Run Rick movie than you did with your vid. Should've clicked up with me cause we did ours and cheersed our success like some bosses. Our beer, elephants in the room, it's a lager. Sorry, Sierra, that's a little promo on a Lolo. A little product placement, but you cats already know though. I'm so woke, like I ate $50 worth of no-dos. I'm BLM, but them cats recognize I go for dolo. I'm social, but still the type that might just pull a no-show. So please, oh please don't try to play me close, bro.
I'm claustrophobic.
Uh-huh.
I'm really trying to own it.
You dig?
Yeah. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about conspiracies today. We got DJ FM coming up in a few minutes, actually. And we're talking about this conspiracy about Cheyenne Mountain. It is on one of the highest points on the planet. It now houses Space Force, right? It's in the Cheyenne Mountain complex. So Space Force is there. And apparently the talk is if there was ever a cataclysm that would cause the seas to rise, and there's apparently a bunch of scenarios that the CIA has outlined that could possibly cause that to happen. Pikes Peak, Cheyenne Mountain, these are places that would survive. And it just so happens that we now house Space Force at Cheyenne Mountain, one of the places that would survive a cataclysm. And I found that out from this book called The Story. I think it's called, what was it, Eddie? The True Story? It was called the Adam and Eve Story. And how I found out about that is the CIA has recently declassified some materials. In those materials was this book, the Adam and Eve Story by Chan Thomas. And it basically talks about, the fact that the planet resets every so often because of polar shifts. And what they talk about is our poles shifting 180 and then returning back. And that this has happened many, many times. And this is in this book. However, the CIA had this classified, and when they declassified it just recently, they declassified it and said it was a book of fiction. But they held it for almost 50 years classified. And when they declassified it, this was a book that had 240 some pages, and they only declassified around 50 of those pages. And I'm saying, if you're the CIA, why are you playing this game?
So
what is this? What is this game?
So there's nowhere else where we can see the actual words.
No, because the CIA has the manuscript.
So they have the real one that they have the actual words, right?
They apparently somebody has it, right? Yeah. Or we're left to assume that somebody has it. But it discusses a ton of stuff, and like I'm telling you, I started breezing through it. Some of it just sounds downright crazy, but other parts of it are facts. And this dude Chan Thomas, who wrote this book, predicted a lot of stuff that is real science now, like the polar ice caps shifting, like the way the magnetism works around the planet. He was already talking about that in this book before we decided that it was actual science. And they made this book classified for 50 years. And now it's out, and it talks about Jesus, it talks about Buddha, it talks about like a bunch of different things, and basically the whole book is just based on the idea that the government knows that a cataclysm will reset this planet every so often. We're probably within the 100-year marker right now. We're within that period of time that the planet can get reset, and that it's a secret. And that the real reason that they would not tell us is because why would they? They feel like we would not be able to, the population would not be able to continue. We would probably, just think about it. If you only had, say the planet is going to die in 50 days, Eddie, or 50 years maybe, just 50 years. So you have kids, right? So your kids aren't going to make it to their later years. They're going to be young. Everyone's going to die. Would you spend any time away from them?
No.
Right? You probably spend most of your time. Most people would probably not want to focus on things like money or things like that. But then again, there might be a bunch of people who would only want to focus on those things. And it would be just as crazy. And the whole theory is that the reality is, as much as we say we want to know, the reality is we probably wouldn't want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the reality is we probably wouldn't.
Recording in progress.
We wouldn't think. I'm getting the Zoom ready here.
Recording stopped.
So the CIA doesn't get it. Let me stop that recording. But the idea is that the government knows. So let me ask you this. Do you first do you feel like if people knew the planet was going to end, even after they died, like maybe what if the planet you had, so say you're 20 right now and you find out the planet's going to end when you would have been like 110. Right. How would that affect your life? Would you still go to school every day? Would you go to work? Would you, would you be like, I need to save my money? I got like, what would you do?
I think for me, it would be like, man, if I wasn't married and kids, then I think I would be like, let's just write it until I can't write no more. But now with the family,
so you would try to live it out.
Yeah.
So if you had basically, but your kids aren't going to live.
No, but I'm saying if I wasn't married with kids.
I'm saying it's just this is your life right now. Like, would you live different?
No, I try to figure out a structure just to stay home as much,
Yeah,
with them.
Let me. We got DJ FM on the line. Let me bring him in because we got to ask him about this. Shout out DJ FM. I think he's here. I think this is him. Yeah, that's him. There he is.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think you're on mute, man, dude. Let me see. Ask to unmute. Let me unmute him real quick. Boom. There you go.
What up?
Yo, there it is,
my
DJ
man?
F. And what up, man? Check this out, bro. We're good, bro. We're good. It's a mess today, bro.
Right
it's a mess today. We're doing in your honor, man. We're doing you know what we're doing. We're doing a show about conspiracies.
Oh,
and
shit.
and I found this one conspiracy before we. By the way, welcome to the show, bro. It's great to see you.
Wow, thank
you. You are what? By the way, give a shout out. You're live from where right now?
I'm live from the sesh. It's the Orange County sesh. We do the Long Beach sesh, and this thing called the Seshtival.
There you go.
But yeah, right now we're closing up shop, so all the vendors are pretty much gone. But this is usually packed with vendors and patients. It's bananas, bro. The DJs we set up there, second floor.
Dope.
But look at this spot, man. It's so sick.
Yeah. And so for people who don't know, you said this is the Orange County sesh, right?
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, man, if you are into cannabis culture or just that, are you interested? Are you curious about it? This is a dope place to go to. It's been going on for a while now, right, FM?
Yeah, about 6 years now.
Yeah, about 6 years now. So this is not one of those flash in the pan sesh. This has been around for a while. Everybody knows about it. If you're in the Southern California area, I definitely want you guys to go check this thing out. And you can just follow DJ FM to find out when it's at, right? You DJ most of them, right?
Yeah. Myself, Danny V, DJ Abel, Great Dane. Let me show you something real quick, though.
Yeah. Oh, he's taking us somewhere.
Oh, taking it to the spot.
What is this, dude? Is that a secret?
Oh, everything's secret,
bro.
man.
See, this is why I knew to have you on the show, bro. Is this like some secret Illuminati shit? Yes, it is. FM always has some secrets going on. What did I tell you guys?
Yeah.
I told you. This is the guy to have on the show. He's in a secret bunker right now. Dude, it's crazy you're talking about that because we were literally talking about bunkers. So, okay, bro, let me pose you the question that I posed Hip Hop Eddie here. A cataclysm is coming to the planet. I'm talking 500-foot wave all the way around the planet. It's going to wipe everything out except for like maybe the highest peaks or whatever. And you got three choices. You could either go to the bottom of the ocean, and we got food there for you for 20 years.
Right.
You could go to space, and you'll be on the ship. We can't guarantee you're ever going to get to a planet or come back, but we got you for at least 20 years. Okay. Or somehow we make you survive, and you're out on a boat, but you only have 10 years, and you have no idea when the water is going to subside. Which one would you take?
What kind of habitat are we talking about underwater?
So all of them, I told Eddie, all of them you have there's at least 50 other people in all of them.
Oh,
so there is other people. Other things could happen. So there's 50 other people, and
sorry.
And there's just, it's like the boat is a big yacht, but there's 50 people on it. So let's be real. It's only going to be nice for so long. The ship is big enough to house 50 people. You all have your own rooms. But again, there's only 20 years worth of food, and you're living in space. And then the bottom of the ocean, 20 years worth of food, 50 people, and you just got bunks.
I think I'd pick the bottom of the ocean, bro.
I feel like you're in the bottom of the ocean right now. The way the camera looks, it literally looks like you're in a submarine.
He's gonna be like, guys, I'm under the ocean.
You take the bottom of the ocean. Why?
I don't know. I've always had a fascination with that shit. When I was a kid, I went to Epcot Center, and it was one of those fantasy worlds that Disney created as a future scenario for a city and shit. Something on the moon, something underwater.
Yeah, and you like the one underwater.
The underwater one just seemed cool as fuck.
Dude, you know what?
The fish are right there. You're surrounded by food.
One of the things we thought about, though, right, is look, okay, so if you're at the bottom of the ocean, mind you, all right, so if for any reason something goes wrong, right, and maybe you got to decide, like, all right, we ran out of food, we already ate everybody, there's nobody left, it's just me, I got to take myself out. at the bottom of the ocean, if you just step out, you're just going to explode, right? You're pretty much going to, it's going to crush you. The pressure will crush you. You'll be fish food right away. In space, you'll walk out, and they say you can live about 30 seconds in live space before you pretty much freeze to death.
Yeah.
And then on the ocean, we all know how, we've seen many of those movies. That never goes good. You're going to die slow, sunburn, probably like, you know what I mean? Eating your own arm or some shit. I went with space because I feel like if you got to go out, that's probably a better way to go out. You know what I mean? Like I just walk out into space and then, you know, probably hold your breath 30 seconds. You're probably going to die.
Quick. Yeah. You just want it over with quick, right?
Right. Whereas in the ocean, I mean, we're assuming you're going to explode fast, but what if, like I told Eddie, what if it's really slow? And at the moment you step out, you realize like, oh, that was not the best. That wasn't the best choice.
Just feel that crushing pressure. And I don't know. For some reason, I thought at the bottom of the ocean, but what kind of conspiracies that people come up with today?
Okay, so here's one of my favorite ones so far. Have you heard about this recent CIA declassification? So there's this book, and the book is called
The
Adam and Eve Story. And you can, and by the way, for people who are listening to this or watching this online, literally just Google CIA Adam and Eve story, and the first thing that pops up is the actual CIA page. It's the PDF of the story. It's there. So nonetheless, it's from an author by the name of Chan Thomas, and it basically is, the long and short of it is, there's a lot of crazy stuff in it, by the way. There's some stuff where you're definitely reading it and you're like, I don't know about this, but nonetheless, this was a classified book. The CIA has now put it out, and they claim it's a work of fiction. Obviously, most of the stuff in it they deny, because the gist of the book is that the powers that be understand that we go through a cyclical, catastrophic event every few thousand years, right? And that it's always happened. And that our past ancestors have hit technological advances even greater than our own, and still we're not able to survive this. And it's almost it's like a planet reset. And the way it happens is that the poles shift 180, and within a 6-day period, most of this stuff happens. It would only take about 6 days for the planet to be, pretty much set back to the Stone Age. And this book talks about that. Here's the kicker though, FM. The original book is 248 pages. They declassified 57 pages.
Oh shit! Interesting.
I mean, why do that at all, though? You know what I mean? Like, why put this out at all?
That just raises more eyebrows and shit.
I agree.
But I mean, it's kind of like the Matrix concept, but instead of the fucking machines, it's the fucking polar shift, right?
Right. It's just it's a complete reset, and that so apparently this would explain things like in the book it describes, like, it would explain why we've never been able to truly like carbon date the pyramids, right? Like there's a big school of thought that the Egyptians actually they discovered the pyramids. They didn't build the pyramids, right? That's always been one of the talks. And I
heard there were Atlanteans and shit that built the pyramids.
Right. It talks about it talks about that as well. It talks about like how these things have been reset many times. And if we look at the world through those goggles, we could explain a lot of the mysteries in why we can't explain certain things. Because if we were set to zero, Eddie brought it up like a really good example. If we were set to zero and they found your cell phone and they found a screwdriver, and that's all they had from our time, they would literally think you probably used that thing somehow to build this magical technical thing. Like they would literally think you did that. And when you look at the pyramids, the things we find and the only things that we've ever been able to explain about the building of the pyramids that science kind of all agrees on, like modern day science, is that they use tools, and that we have those tools and we can show those tools. But the tools, when you see them, most of them are copper tools for granite things. Like, you know what I mean? All of us know the size of the pyramid and the conspiracy ideas behind that. But this theory would explain a lot of those things, because if we just got reset to zero, there's probably a lot of things we wouldn't be able to explain anymore, because the mere technology wouldn't even exist anymore.
No, exactly. It makes perfect sense.
Dude, you need to check it out. Dude, it kind of I kind of went down the rabbit hole with it when it came out, because I was just like, yo, I just don't get the whole CIA thing. You and I have talked about this a lot, about secrecy. We've talked about secret societies. I know you have your thoughts on that kind of stuff. Do you feel like give me your reason the government literally would not tell us if a cataclysm was coming?
Well, I mean, utter chaos. I mean, there's just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
Have you seen that Don't Look Up movie?
Yes, we just talked about it right before you came on. I feel like that's more fact than fiction.
Yeah. Because society couldn't handle some shit like that. Speaking of my shirt.
Oh shit, Skynet. Perfect, dude. Just always coming through.
Yeah.
What did I tell you, dude?
That's dope.
He's the perfect guy for this episode.
But you know, when I saw the Adam and Eve cover, I thought it was a concept like Jordan Maxwell. You ever heard of him?
Yes.
So Jordan Maxwell spoke years ago. Back in the days, you know, before the internet, you used to have to find those tapes, those VHS tapes that were made by these kind of guys, conspiracy guys, right? And his shit was, he was saying that Adam and Eve, the whole concept of it is proof that we were engineered by something greater than us and not God. Like, first of all, the Elohim is translated wrong. We're not made in the image of God. It's the gods, right?
Yeah.
The El and Elohim are two words, the gods, right? So his thing is that his theory is that, you know, God wouldn't come down, as the Bible describes, to punish them by asking them, first of all, where are you? Come on out. And who told you about this being naked, and why are you wearing the leash? He wouldn't be asking questions. If there's a benevolent being, he's going to come down just to serve justice. Right? He's not going to ask where you are and all this other shit.
Right. Or how do you feel?
So
yeah.
Right. So his thing is that, his theory is that the Garden of Eden was a kind of a lab where we were engineered with one of the first hybrids of whatever they are and whatever they took from this planet to make us. And that's why, you know, the talking snake, it's not an actual snake, it's a reptilian that spoke to them, supposedly, right? That we were engineered by these aliens and all this shit. And
yeah.
The reptilians are the ones behind it. That's the talking snake.
Yeah.
And fucking Jordan Maxwell has some crazy.
Where do you fall on it? Where do you fall on it? Where do you if you had to give like your synopsis of like, this is what I think is going on, where do you kind of fall on it?
I think we were engineered by some intelligent beings like that. I mean, I'm not saying there isn't a God. I know there's a God. I believe that there's a benevolent force in the universe. I don't know what it is, if it's the universe itself or whatever, but I do believe that there's a God. Now, that being said, I do believe that he created these things before us, and they came here and made us. Yeah. You know, I don't think they expected us to evolve the way we did, you know, but we did. So now it's I think it's a question of like you said, some kind of reset. Because we just know too much, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
man, it's crazy that one of the things we were talking about, the amount of like, you know, billionaires and millionaires, Jeff Bezos being one of them, right? Who recently bought this large amount of land, and large is an understatement. He bought like a mountainside that he's building, you know, his headquarters for, you know, basically his space adventures. But really, what he's building, it seems like, is he has in one place a place to go down into the earth or off the planet, you know? And I told Eddie, I was like, maybe the exchange, and this is something that only billionaires would really be privy to, but maybe when you have that kind of technology, or the things that Jeff Bezos can offer to obviously governments around the world, right? Yeah. Maybe that's how you buy in. Like, yo, here, I can get us all off of here, but you got to let me. I got to be assured that I'm getting off too. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to get the land. I get to have my own spaceship.
Elon Musk got that kind of shit.
I do too. I mean, you know, Elon Musk has it.
Yeah,
there's no way he doesn't have
That's why he's prepping Mars and shit, because he probably knows some shit's coming, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he got tickets already.
Okay, so what are you doing if it comes out tomorrow and they're like, yo, 20 years left, man. That's it. We got 20 years left. That's it. How does your life change?
Well, for one, I got to stop having kids.
Good call. Good call. That's a good call.
I mean, already it's questionable, you know, all the shit that's going on. Like, people be like, they have kids. It's like a zombie apocalypse practically. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, life has always thrived and there's always been hope, man. Motherfuckers fight for life. And you know, I have a feeling that no matter what hits this earth, until the day that the earth itself ain't here no more,
somebody's going to survive.
You out, Danny? All right, man. Yeah, we're basically closing up shop right now. We're locking everything down. All the vendors are bouncing. You see it?
Oh yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. DJ FM again is live from the Orange County session, or the wrap up of the Orange County session. If you guys get a chance, make sure you guys follow DJ FM and check out the Orange County session, especially if you're into the cannabis culture.
Yes.
It's pretty much the place to be, without a doubt.
Yeah, because I mean, dispensaries, you're not gonna find prices on fucking really good weed like this, and there's much variety and all that shit. Like, there's no dispensary like this, man.
Yeah, and
people
then you just get, and there's a little bit of everything for everybody, right? Like there's everything. That's super. That's
everything.
super dope.
Edibles, CBD shit to, like, you know, bath fucking stuff, fucking for pets, like everything, dude. There was a scene here today where the guy's like, he shows you all the medicinal benefits of the shit and all the different like pomades and shit and fucking like different forms of CBD that you can use to fucking, like, from muscle relief to stress relief. It's awesome, bro. It's legit.
That's
real
dope,
deal,
man. That's dope,
like,
dude. I don't want to keep you too long. Talk to me a little bit about what you got going on, man. What can people do to follow you, and what do you got going on musically? I see you DJing all the time. So is that what you're mostly focusing on? What's going on?
Man, I've been having fun, like DJing, like locally. I try to stay fresh in that shit. Like, I do clubs. I DJ here at the sesh. The sesh is a little different for me DJing. It's a lot more fun because there's nobody dancing. Obviously, it's more like ambiance and shit. So we play whatever the fuck we want. It's really cool. Like, the music is just, it's amazing here. Dope DJs. You know DJ Lala, DJs for Referee?
Yep. Shout out to Lala.
Yeah, she works here. She DJs with me every time we play. You know, it's me, her, Danny V, and DJ Abel. I don't know if you know Abel, but he's like the 45 king out here and shit.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
super
so
dope.
It's exceptional, bro. It's really good, man.
Yeah, we'll have to come by one of these days.
You gotta peep it, bro. And it's massive. Like, there's one that is in Long Beach. It's at this place called Thunder Studios, and it's fucking 85,000 square feet, bro. There's like 70 vendors, bro.
Wow.
It's huge. Yeah.
That market is big, man.
Yeah, this one in itself is probably like 30, 40 vendors. You know what I mean?
And so, like, so how would somebody, can you just show up? Like, how do you get involved in it?
It's free to get in, dude. And as long as you're 21, you know, in California, it's all good.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Oh, 21 and it's free.
Okay, so like, so there you go. You're 21. There's no reason you shouldn't go then. Obviously, look, you're going to get better prices. You're probably going to get better quality, better choices. They're really, I mean, guys, weed has been legal for a little while now.
Right, yeah.
Stop playing around. You know what I mean? Like, get it dialed in. You go to the Orange County Sesh. This is something you could get dialed in. And this is probably the place to do. Dude, you sent me some music over, right?
Yeah, I did. Actually, it's a song I did with Son Doobie from Funk Dubious and I-Man of the Mexicans.
That's dope.
These two brothers, like, I like their style, man. Both of them, I've been a fan of their work for many years, and I don't know. I just made it happen. I started collabing with a bunch of people. You know, I haven't put out the American Bastards album, which I intended to be a band, but at this point, it feels like it's going to be just a project with my production and a bunch of different MCs and shit. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. That's really dope.
Yeah. So
that's fire, man.
I got Shavo from System of a Down on one joint. Now I got fucking the homies, fucking Sundubi and Iron Man. I got a couple people I was talking to. Well, I'm not gonna say no names yet because I'm still I'm still working that out with everybody. But trust me, the people who have already offered are people who I'm a serious fan of. You know what I mean? So I feel blessed. Man. The kind of hookups that I got right now for this project, man. So it's gonna be amazing. I sent it to you. You want to rock it?
Yeah, we're gonna rock it tonight, man. We're gonna, after you get off, we're gonna rock it. Guys, make sure you DJ FM LA, right?
Yeah. _ LA.
All right, at DJ FM _ LA. Follow him for all that goodness and follow his music. Trust me, dude. This dude has been a friend of ours for a long time, and I can't say enough about him, dude. You're always one of the dudes, bro. If I don't ever tell you this enough, you've always been one of those dudes to keep it real with us from the beginning. You've always put your hand out to help us out, and I just want to say thank you live on the air, so you always know.
Word, same to you guys, man. You always keep me in the loop, and I appreciate that shit, man. You know what I mean? You guys are fam. I was living out there in SD, and we was hanging tight. So
yes, sir.
All fam, man.
And plus the fact that you told us that you've seen UFOs many times, so I know we have some sort of bond.
It ain't no lie, bro. You might see one right now.
I know, dude. I was just gonna say, don't get abducted out there, bro. I mean, or get abducted, then we could go viral.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, one time we were having a fucking conversation about being spied on by the CIA, and we caught one.
We did. We did.
I do remember those.
You were there.
I was there. We will tell that story, man. I'm gonna tell that story too. Man, dude, thank you so much, bro, for coming on. Please come back. Hey, dude, come back whenever you're ready to drop the music too, man. Give us some exclusives and we'll bump that shit on here.
For sure. You'll be the first, brother.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, man.
See you soon, man.
All right. You have a good night, man.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ FM, man. What can we say, dude? That's the homie right there. He's always been the homie. When I got into hip hop very early, he was one of those guys who kind of looked out for us.
He did,
and he continues to do that. And he has he's an amazing DJ. Yep. Just look up DJ FM. Like I said, he's got a long history with the Psycho Realm, Soul Assassins. He was a DJ in Miami for a while. He's DJed radio. He's DJed around the world. And he is one of
DJed in my garage, man.
He DJed in your garage. I mean, that alone.
Yeah, that's
that alone. So he was telling this story, and I'm going to share what his song. Make sure I play that song, dude. Yeah. In fact, we'll play it on the out. Yeah.
Yes.
So DJ FM, when I got to know him, we kind of knew that we both had like interest in like conspiracies, and I've seen UFOs. He's seen UFOs. That was something we talked about. He's been on Crappy Awesome a bunch of times, but like as he alluded to, we're personal friends, so we've hung out a lot. We've talked a lot, and so there was this one time. Eddie and I used to film for a company called the Cypher Effect. Shout out to the Cypher Effect. Look up the Cypher Effect. Amazing pillar of hip hop in LA.
Bunch of great work there.
But we used to film for the Cypher Effect. DJ FM was going to DJ for one of these filmings. And if you don't know what the Cypher Effect is, it is just that it's a cipher of MCs all rapped one by one while a DJ or a beat maker plays music. And it's like a one take thing, right? You see it on the BET Cypher. Very, very similar. But FM was out. We were filming it at this store. It was just like a storefront, right?
Like a record store maybe or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a record store, kind of hip hop store, say.
Clothes, yep.
And we're outside, and FM is telling us this story that when he was in Psycho Realm, and if you're familiar with Psycho Realm makes, and they have for a long time made revolutionary music. They talk about,
lots of
they talk I mean, I wouldn't say like against the government, but I don't think they're like pro government, right? Like they're definitely for the rebellious spirit. But FM was kind of talking to us about, and I don't know if we took it that serious, but he first kind of told us about how,
Sometimes
first the hip hop
he gets
cops. He told us about
followed,
the hip hop cops, right? Which are a real thing. We all kind of know that now, that for the bigger name acts are acts who have an influential following. Cycle Realm was definitely one of those. They still, the members still are. They still have a large following around the world. And for those bigger acts, he told us that, occasionally the CIA or FBI would tap in with them. And that he had some experience with this, right? He was alluding to the idea they had some experience and that he'd been followed in other countries. It was kind of well known. And all the members of Cycle Realm actually had been kind of penned and followed by agents, I guess.
Yeah. Just call
right?
them agents.
Burping. But as he's telling us this story, I shit you not, and mind you, could this have been the greatest coincidence of all time? Sure. I'm not close to any idea. However, what did happen was he's telling us this story, we're outside, I think we're smoking a joint, an unmarked Crown Victoria, right? It's a Crown Victoria, unmarked Crown Victoria, pulls right up in front of the store. And if I didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it, but I saw it with my own eyes. Eddie saw it too.
Yep.
There's a few witnesses there. Our friend Arash saw it, and DJ FM was there. And he sees the car pull up and he goes, wow, just like right now. Like he's telling us the story and he's like right now. This car pulls up, this guy gets out. And again, man,
he pretends he's trying to take a selfie, but
yeah. Wait, no, hold on. Let's describe it. Like this guy pulls up, and it's a black gentleman, and he kind of has his hat on like sideways, right? Like, like if you told your parents, "Hey, put on this hat and act hip hop."
Yes, older person,
right?
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, the guy looked like he's in his 50s, right? And it's a Crown Vic. He gets out. He's wearing shiny shoes, slacks, but he just has kind of like the big thing is that I locked eyes with him as he rolled up, and he had the oh shit look of like, oh shit, right? And
they got me.
He gets out of the car, and mind you, again, guys, this sounds weird because it was weird. As it was happening, I kept going like, is this like a joke, or like did FM just set us up for there to be a joke or something, right? But no, this guy gets out in front of us, gets his cell phone and puts it in his front pocket with the camera facing out, and clicks it, and then kind of walks over to us, leaning into us, literally, like leaning into us, like out of a movie, dude. And he's like, hey guys, so what's up, bros? And we all just know, and it was so, I'm talking like a movie. Everyone looks at him and says nothing. They just look at him,
just confused.
And he's like, you guys know where like the hip hop spot is or whatever? And mind you, nobody knew we were there filming this thing. When we would film these things, we would just close the store down and go film them. This dude just shows up. To this day, we don't know what it was. He ends up he's like, oh, I think it's over here. And he goes and looks into the store that's right next to the store in ours, and the store's closed down. Yeah, not like it's closed for the day. There's like nothing in it. It's been shut down. And he looks in and he's like, oh man, they must have moved it. Goes back to his car, and then just drives away, like speeds away. And I'm telling you, there is no way that this guy was an actual this guy was not there for the hip hop spot.
I think I remember seeing the plates.
Right.
That said like US.
No, they were definitely, I'm telling you, it was an unmarked car, except for it had the California, like it was obviously a government car. Yeah, exempt car. And it was, I'm telling you, to this day, it was one of the weirdest forms of serendipity that ever happened to me. He's literally telling us the story at the moment.
And it's happening.
And it just starts to happen, yeah.
Did we decide to go out that night? Because I know it was like, oh shit. Like, I'm not sure if we went out or we just drove right back to San Diego.
We were all kind of nervous about it, I remember. Because I'm telling you, like, there's no reason any of this should have made any sense at all. Like, he came up, And he did, I mean, dude, it was just bad.
It's like seeing your parents coming up to it's like
like like right out of a movie, right?
Yeah,
like where you're like the nerdy parent is trying to be cool, but it's obvious that like he has no idea what he's talking. He puts his hat sideways before he gets out of the car.
trying to say slang words that are outdated.
Look, this is in my mind. This is what I've done. Like in my mind, it's like he's an agent who just kind of fucked up. Maybe got to the spot late. Maybe he was trailing FM. Maybe he was just trying to figure out what was going on here. Because that was the other thing. If for some reason, think about this, guys. Think about this. Oh shit, this is just dawning on me right now. Or maybe we have talked about this, but so that particular cipher effect, you can go look up this cipher effect. Oh, this is dope.
Yeah, this shit.
So you can do the research on this cipher effect. This cipher effect, just type in the cipher effect DJ FM Reverie self-provoked. Because listen to the people that were in that cipher. So if this was like some hip hop police thing and they needed a target, I guess it was a pretty good target because who was in the building was DJ FM, right? From the Psycho Realm at the time, who had actually been followed by FBI and CIA at times. He was in there. Reverie was there. Self-provoked. Noah James.
Was King Little G there?
I was saving it. Why are you going to ruin it? I'm saving it to the end to drop because, of course, King Little G is getting tailed. It could have been any of these people are just a great target. So that's kind of what we told ourselves in our head. Like, yeah, I guess if it was the hip hop cops and they just wanted to tap in, because maybe what they saw for who knows? Again, this is my movie mind going, right? Like the two cops are looking at it and going, what? King Little G? Because they're like gang related. DJ FM, what? Revolutionary. Noah James, Reverie, self-provoked. Like, and they're all going to be in the room together. And Rick Scales from San Diego. Like, all these different people from around that are kind of meeting together. They didn't really know what it was. In my mind, I've told myself, maybe they were just like, why are all these people meeting? Mm-hmm. We should at least go see what this is. What if it's like some kind of gang thing they're trying to do, or, And it was just a cipher effect. But look up that cipher so you can at least put some names to the faces and know that the day actually did happen. In fact, I think you see me in the background. I think I'm sitting next to DJ FM, but it's on the cipher effect. But that's a little known story that actually happened. And that's what FM, you heard him, as we were talking to him, mention that. That thing really happened. And that's what he was saying. Make sure we tell the story. And that was the story. So I don't know. Am I saying that the FBI, CIA? I am for sure not saying that.
No.
I am not saying that FBI and CIA that you would ever follow anybody that I know. And nor do I want any of the smoke. Yeah. I want none of that smoke. But it did happen. And it was weird. And even if it was just a
coincidence, it's like
I'm trying to figure out what the coincidence would have been, right?
Like
it was a government car, right? For sure. Yeah. We saw it. It was a government car. And that was the other thing. The guy had obviously like his utility belt on. Like you could see it under the shirt. Like you could see, I'm calling it utility, but you know what I'm saying? He's packing that heat. And it was obvious. You could see it. I mean, maybe he was just like, I'm on my break and I want to go to that hip hop shop down the street.
Maybe he's like, I gotta get this one thing.
I'm trying to get that new mixtape. I'm trying to get that new Reverie mixtape. And then I'm gonna go back to my work at the CIA. I mean, could it have been that? Yeah. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it was weird. And that if it would have happened to you, you would have thought it would be weird as well. Especially in the midst of DJ FM telling us this story. And man, I am telling you right now, may a cataclysm hit tomorrow. I'm telling you the truth. Not a word of this is a lie. This really did happen. And,
it was out there.
And now we're doing a show about conspiracies. Our mics went out on this show. Every time we do a show about conspiracies, by the way,
stuff happens.
Every single time the mics go out, something happens. Obviously, if you're listening to this after the show, it's edited, so you don't get to hear when the mics went out, but the mics went out. Someone in the chat room had to go like, the mics are out. Yeah, I don't know.
Man, now they're back.
I mean, maybe they were there for us. Maybe they knew Chris Sees the Internet would crack the case one day. and they had to start following us.
They're going to classify this one for 50 years.
Yeah. This one episode will be classified, and then they're going to let it out and then go like, "Why? He didn't even like what? What did he say?" Yeah, I think if the FBI and the CIA are interested in us at all, I assure them we're way too lazy to crack the case.
Oh, yes, not happening.
It's okay. You could stop following us.
Yeah.
It's not. We're not going to. Probably not going to crack the case. I most likely will go to the Orange County session instead. If I had the choice to crack the case or go to the Orange, so we're good. We'll talk about all the stuff, but I don't know if we're figuring anything out, honestly. If anything, if FBI, if you're listening, if anything, we're just complicating people's lives by telling them nonsense. We're talking all we are doing is talking nonsense and tomfoolery. Mm-hmm. That's all we've been doing for the last hour, Eddie, is talking nonsense and tomfoolery.
And I think that's why they listen to us.
Who, the FBI?
Yeah.
I mean, they might just be. Maybe they're just into podcasts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
what if the dude? Dude, what if? Here's another scenario I'd like to think that possibly happened. Maybe he was a FBI or CIA agent. He wasn't there to actually follow. He was a super DJ FM fan. He gets out of the car, realizes I'm dressed like a schmuck. Oh no, let me put my hat to the side. Sees FM, freezes up, comes up with some weird reason that he's there, jumps in the car and takes off. Maybe he was just a super hip hop fan.
I'm gonna go with that one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
still didn't explain the gun or him trying to record us.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was,
but
it was one of those. You know how we've met fans where they're just.
He's just like a super fan.
Yeah, where
he's like, I got all the Psycho Realm.
He said hi to me.
Yeah,
and I got it on tape. He said hi, and that was it.
And he's probably gonna use our voices later. You know what I mean? To cut up our voices, and then maybe we'll. I don't know.
Maybe he'll put his face on our face because we were next to him.
Like he was just getting information.
Yeah.
About our face. No.
No,
I'm glad you're not a conspiracy guy.
See, guys, I'm safe here.
Yeah, FBI. You see what I'm saying? These are Eddie's conspiracies. You're fine. If you think we're gonna crack any case, it's not gonna be us, guys.
I just cracked myself out.
Yeah, Eddie sounds like he's on crack. But yeah, man. Shout out to DJ FM. Follow him, DJ FM_LA. We got a bunch of we got new guests coming up.
Yeah,
when is it at the next show or
next
is it?
One we got 2 guests coming in, man.
Who is it?
86 Inca and Noah James.
Oh, sick! 86 Inca and Noah James coming up.
Yes.
On Chris Sees the Internet next Sunday, the 30th.
Sunday, the 30th.
At 7 p.m. live.
Yep, 7 p.m.
Right here at PlatformCollection. You know how we do.
Yes.
Noah James, 86 Inca in the house. I think what we're going to talk to them about is branding.
Okay.
We're all over the place. This is Chris Sees the Internet.
Yeah.
Today we talked about conspiracies and aliens. Next week we're going to talk about branding with 86 Inca and Noah James, 2 of the best branders in the game right now. Their names are everywhere.
Fire,
86
bro.
Inca is doing some amazing stuff, helping artists with a new platform and getting people's names out there through his platforms. And Noah James has been helping people for a long time, but he's also grown an amazing brand called Brick to Your Face. And he's going to be on the show, and we're going to talk to them about building brands.
Exciting,
so if that's something that you're into, if you're into building your own brand, or you're just curious about what a brand is, or how are the people who run those brands, are they cool? Are they smart? Are they funny? They're all of those things, by the way. And they're also amazing people. 86 Inca and Noah James coming up on Chris Sees the Internet.
Yeah, can't wait for that one for sure.
So let me see. What else do we have to do? Let me just check these conspiracies really
what
quick.
Else you got out there?
Before we go.
But okay, so if they have these underground tunnels or
the underground bases,
bases,
yes,
is that if that thing that you're talking
like
about,
I know, yes.
That
what information do you need,
the
Mr. Roggio?
thing or the thing that happens where it destroys.
Okay.
The earth.
Oh, would they still be alive? Yeah, because
under there?
Because it's not like it's going to crush the planet. It's mostly the surface of the planet is going to get affected the most.
Oh.
So even though there could be some explosions from volcanoes that would obviously rupture whatever's under there, I don't think anybody's building near those places. Like where the Space Force is built, there's no natural volcano there, so I think they'll be safe. And then they're digging into a mountain. Like the mountain is the entry point, and then it goes down underground, and they're saying like almost a mile down into the ground. So a mile's a long way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I mean, some asteroids that have hit the planet, you could have survived being a mile under. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think that's what they're doing. Kim Kardashian is looking for a place. I heard she's looking for a bunker.
Oh,
to survive
She
it.
knows some stuff out there. I mean, I heard that they got some underground spots in New York. I mean, not spots like people living.
Oh no,
down
no,
there.
no! You're talking about the underground cities.
Mhm.
Yeah. They're New York was built on top of other cities. Our early New York, new New York is built on old New York. So a lot of the sewer systems, a lot of the tunnels, a lot of that is still in place because it was part of the infrastructure. Again, that kind of makes me think of like how we were talking about how maybe the pyramids were found as opposed to built by the Egyptians.
Right.
It would be like that. Like if New York was built on top of all these other places, these other systems.
Mhm.
And so modern day New York, if a cataclysm happened, they would come and find modern day New York,
Mhm.
and then they would dig under it and be like, oh my God, they must have lived underground too. And they might think it's just at the same time, like, but really it's just
Yeah.
built on top of it,
Mhm.
And I think we make that same mistake. But check this out, dude. I wanted you to see this. This is a quote by one of the Rockefellers. Let me put this in here really quick. So this was David Rockefeller from his memoirs, right? One of the leaders of the Rockefeller family, obviously one of the richest families on the planet. He said, "Some even believe we, the Rockefeller family, are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States, characterizing my family and me as internationalists, and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you will. If that's the charge, I stand guilty and I'm proud of it." I mean, what else does he need to say?
I mean, nothing.
That's why it's
The
always
truth.
weird to me when people are like, oh, there's no... And here's the thing. This is why maybe it's because people are labeling it conspiracy. We even using the word conspiracy. A conspiracy isn't when they tell you what they're going to do.
Mhm. I know.
Right? The conspiracy would be is if he was doing all of this and he kept it secret and never said it.
And leaked out wrong information.
Yeah, or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
just
I
never
got you.
said
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
If he just never said it, that would be a conspiracy. But he literally did say, yes, we're trying to make a one world government. We're trying to combine all the economic structures from around the planet. And we want it to all be one thing. He said that.
Makes sense because
JFK said that they were trying to do that. He talked about secret societies. He talked about the federal banking system. All those things were bad. We shouldn't be doing them. I think the only conspiracy is how they've gotten us to think that there's a conspiracy, as opposed to that's just how they get down. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The highest levels of business don't consider human life.
Right. So I think at that level is just this is the truth. If you have an issue with it or you want to change it, then come on, let's go. But if you don't have the funds to fund whatever you're trying to change,
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, then just get out of my way.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, because
Get out of my way,
because we're
son.
either trying to dig a hole or leave the planet, and
my
you're in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's one theory. We're gonna wrap up right now, but one theory I heard was that we've been building bunkers since basically the invention of the nuclear bomb, right? Because we found that if we were to be nuked, we could survive in bunkers. It was how we started to build these things, right? Allegedly. But that's when the boom started, where it started to happen all around the planet.
Mhm.
And they said that we've been building these things since the 50s, 60s, and that we actually probably do have enough space for everybody now, at least in the nation. Whether or not we will actually get access to that, or it would be really hard for me to believe that if somebody is in charge of those, say like the tickets to get into the
Yeah.
bunker, if that person at all thinks the world would be better without certain people, a lot of us are going to be in trouble.
I think they would
Right?
go that route, probably.
Right? Because it could be, and I'm not even saying just like racially, it could be anything. It could be like, we're not going to let any poor people in because what do we need poor people in the next thing? we need only people who are not poor, and because that shows that whatever they think it means, like, you know,
or sick or
old,
yeah.
right? All those things.
Unless you're in that chain already with in that high level chain and you're old, you're good. But extra,
I gotta think that 55 and over would probably be deemed too old.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you probably don't want babies though, right? Like you don't want, because then you'd have to take their parents.
I think that if, as you said, if they're not caring too much of the human life, that wouldn't really matter. I mean, if they're just taking babies,
It's just gonna be a bunch of 20s. It's gonna be like the real world challenge.
Mm-hmm. And I think they would control it. And if they're already controlling that, any 20-year-old, 50 or whatever, they'll have control of that.
Maybe you just need a discernible skill. Like, what's something? Okay, Eddie, we got this pass for you. You can get on. Tell us something that you can do that no one else can do, or at least you can do better than anybody else, and that we might need in the next world.
Bro, I'm going to go to welding school.
You're going to go to welding school? I'm pretty sure they're going to have some pretty good welders, bro.
I mean,
they're probably going to take the best welder.
That's where I fall in.
How are you going to be the best welder in like a year's time?
I mean, I think I got the
dude, you should have said stand-up comedian or something. No, I mean, at least tried for some other way to. I think I'm gonna be like, I'll do janitorial services. You know what I mean? Like, I have no shame in my game.
Me either. I mean, I'll respect it.
I'll mop up the underground dining room if that's, or I'll do dish duty. You know what I mean? If I can't figure out another reason, maybe they need podcast. I mean, we're not even a leading podcast, so they'd be like, you know, we're gonna take Rogan before we take you. You're not even on the list.
They might take a second, I think. You know,
we're a close second to Rogan.
Yeah, we're really close.
Well, I'm glad that you believe.
I do.
Then that's all we really need, man.
You know,
it's all you know what? Maybe you'll get in just because of your belief. They'll be like, we need a guy who will just believe anything. They're like, we need at least one guy. You know, we can't have nothing but just geniuses. We need somebody who, you know, will be like, Eddie, you know, we're letting you stay in the bunker, and granted, we're under a lot of water right now. But if you want to keep your bunk, we're going to need you to go out there and just to check how deep the water is. You know, what if they say that's your job?
I mean, if they can just put me in a bubble, that'll survive.
Maybe.
Least, let's go.
Do you think that they take who? Okay, I don't even want to. I was going to play a game of like, who do you think they won't take? But I think that could be dangerous.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I hope they take all of you. I hope they take all of you guys. I hope they take us. If they don't take us, why don't we at Platform Collection start a fund to just build an underground bunker? And maybe we could all just go in the bunker
right here.
Yeah, we can give away passes on the show. You know, like today you could either win this poster or a trip to the bunker if the world blows up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely would take the hype, you know, like the queens or, you know, the kings.
Yeah, why take the queen though? You know what I mean? If I was like say I was like, they're like, Chris, you can't be on, you're not going, but you work administration in this office, so you gotta like make the list, but you're not going. I would just keep it real, bro. I'd be like, we don't need any royalty. Like, let's be honest. We don't need, there's zero royalty that we need. We need farmers probably. Like, I need the best farmers. Entertainment business, guys, it's going to be tough, man. I mean, I'm in the entertainment business. I'm going to say
immediately.
Yeah, they might just, because think about it anyways, right? Like, say like the nerds we're choosing, right? Like just these super geniuses. Mm-hmm. They probably always wanted to be entertainers anyways.
Yeah.
So they're like, man, we're not going to take Beyonce. And then she's going to be fucking, she's the only one anyone's going to want to hear sing. I want to sing. I want my CD to come out. I'm a scientist. I got a mixtape. You know what I mean? They're going to, all the entertainment people, they're going to be out, bro. So all the stand-ups and all that stuff, they're probably out.
They don't need any of that.
Singers, they probably, maybe someone to do like the national anthem. You know, like when we come out from underground, they're going to need someone to sing that.
They'll teach their own, bro.
You're right. Yeah. That'll just be the scientist on level B who sings at karaoke. Yeah. They're going to be that's going to, so entertainment's out. Lifeguard. I guess there's no need for lifeguards. We're already under the water, and if anybody drowns, it's over for us anyway. So the lifeguards are out. Police probably don't need them, right?
No, you won't.
We don't want anybody getting tased unnecessarily or pulling their taser out, thinking it's a taser and it's a gun or something. We can't have any mistake shootings.
Yeah, I think they are their own police.
So they'll have their own. You're right.
Yeah,
it'll probably be mostly military or something. So we'll need a little bit of military, I guess. Probably not all of them, really, though, right? What do we need? A bunch of people with guns.
The top ones, and that's it.
Yeah,
and not
the ones who know the tech side, like those guys, and probably like a submarine captain because he'd be able to live under he would know how to get down. Chefs, I guess that's probably low.
Yeah,
maybe the top guy's personal chef he might bring in, but everybody else is getting slop, right? We're just getting. Because it's not like you're going to get a cheeseburger down there or chicken nuggets.
Yeah, just,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's no California burrito in the bunker. It's just going to be the basic foods. Nothing in there will probably be unhealthy, though, because they can't afford to get anybody unhealthy. Everything will have to be, it's going to be nasty food, bro. This is sounding worse and worse, bro. I might take my chances on the boat now. At least I can get some fish for a while.
And then
what if it's just dust or powder you eat? It's just or it's just a shake. They're here's a steak. This is steak, potatoes, and some rice, but it's a shake. You gotta just drink it.
Yeah, I think it'd be closer to that. Man. But I mean, if they can have lights and they're underground, then they can probably build, say, a little greenhouse.
Yeah,
and then
maybe you'll be the manure guy.
Yeah,
be like, you know what? I don't mind getting my hands in the manure. Someone wants to. You don't want to do that job, right? I'll do that. That's how I'll get in, bro. I'll just figure out what's the job that nobody wants to do. I'll do that job. It's got, bro, no matter what, there's going to be somebody who has to scrub the toilet.
Yeah.
Right? There's a way in. There's a way in.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, there's a way in. And then once we're in, you know what I mean? We'll bribe a little bit of people here, work our way up. Never know. We might be running that place in a year, you know?
I mean, in no time.
Start from the mailroom, start from the bottom. Now we're at the bottom, but I'm here, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we're at the bottom, but we're here.
Bro, I'll have to falsify a construction resume.
Yeah, dude, come in with your hard hat on with a
they'll need that stuff.
Yeah, you need that. Right? Our bricklayer.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get a painter. You've painted?
Yes, I did paint the room.
Someone's gonna need to paint.
Yeah.
Right? You're not gonna want the walls just to be one. You need a painter. I think we could get in, Eddie.
We're in.
I think we can for sure get in. DJ FM's getting in for sure.
Yes.
Right? They'll probably need a DJ. I could see them wanting a DJ, maybe one. He could be the DJ,
and that's it.
Right? Just dominate, bro. You have to get his mixtape because it's the only one.
Yeah.
Right?
And he would eventually have to show someone if they wanted to keep it going.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm gonna play his song on our way out, guys. Thank you for tuning in every Sunday, 7 p.m. right here on Platform Collection. Excuse any of the technical difficulties. Well, if you're listening to it now, you're listening to it after it came out. So you don't hear any technical difficulties. Just know that we were perfect.
We were there.
Yeah, nothing went wrong at all. So again, next week we got Noah James, 86 Inca. We're talking about branding. We're talking about building your personal brand. From two guys who are doing that right now in a really big way. 86 Inca, Noah James from Brick to Your Face. They've both simultaneously and at different times helped artists in many, many ways. I've seen them helping artists everywhere from Thought Fest to just on the internet, putting people's content up on their sites, sharing people's content all around. They're definitely givers to this art form. So check us out next week, 86 Inca, Noah James, right here on Chris Sees the Internet, live 7 p.m. And if you're listening to this on the audio version, you can always catch the video version over at YouTube on Platform Collection. Make sure you check out the other shows on Platform Collection, Beat Block TV with Gene Flow. They just had a really dope episode. And if you like all beats all the time, Beat Block TV is the place to go. Especially if you're a rapper or you're an upcoming producer. If you're a producer, send your music into Beat Block. What do they send it into, Eddie?
Send it to hiphopeddie@gmail.com.
Yep.
And then make sure it's at least 3 beats and 1 to 3 minutes.
1 to 3 minutes. There you go.
Get him in.
Get them in, son.
And that doesn't mean like if you send them this one time that you can't send anymore. Just continue to send them because we'll throw them in the rotations and then we'll throw them in here in the next show or maybe the other show. It won't stop. They will get on.
Right. And do you think that it's is it safe to say that you guys are playing almost everything people send in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's just a showcase. Like Gene is paid. If you're a producer and you want to get your music played in front of, there's a lot of producers in the chat room when he's on the show. So if you want to get it played in front of an audience, you want people to talk about it. Gene Flo comments on some of the beats sometimes, but it's really a free for all, man. We just want to hear what other people are creating and making out there.
Yeah, definitely. We'll take them all. Just bring them in, send them in,
and again, OG Hip Hop Eddie.
No, it's Hip Hop Eddie at gmail.com.
Hip Hop Eddie at gmail.com.
And remember, at least 3 of them.
And at least a minute long?
At least 1 to 3 minutes. If you send less than 3, you'll probably be getting a message saying, "Can I get some more?" Because we got to get those 3 in minimum.
Yeah. And plus, you want that, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't send in 1 beat.
You can send
if
5,
you got an opportunity, you
send 10.
You could send 10, but at least 3.
Please.
So yeah, please do that. Beat Block TV every other Thursday, right? So they're not there this coming Thursday, the Thursday after.
Following, yep.
Right. So you got time.
8 p.m.
Make beats. You know what I mean? Make some beats. Send them into Beat Block TV. And follow Platform Collection on Instagram. I'm trying to think of, is there any other?
The Parker Edison Project.
The Parker Edison Project. Check out the Parker Edison Project anywhere podcasts are found with our friend Parker Edison. I'm an editor on that show, and Platform Collection helps produce that show. It's on NPR, KPBS. Very proud of that show. So check that out, Parker Edison Project. And I guess we'll see you guys next time, man.
Yes.
I'm actually going to play this song. So this is an exclusive right here.
Yes,
I got an exclusive from the homie DJ FM. And this is with Son Doobie from Funk Dubious, man. This is really, really dope.
And I-Man.
And I-Man from the Mexicans. If you're unfamiliar with them, look them up. Hip-hop royalty right here. I-Man, Son Doobie, and produced by DJ FM. And we'll see you guys next week, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we love you. Be safe, be careful, love each other, do all that good stuff. That's the internet, and we see it. This is DJ FM.
Yeah. We the fuck up in here with Son Doobie. I-Man, FM. About to slap the shit out your ass. Think I'm fucking playing with you? Fuck out of here.
I'm the type of sniper with more bars than writers. Hyper than a biker on cocaine or a writer with no brain deniers. LB rhyme fighter, East Sider sticker on my lighter, igniting the fire. We're just getting higher to the point we'll never retire. Whomever told you that is a pathological liar? Sing along with the choir, got my head in the fryer. I see Doobie in the open, I'm passing the wire.
Advisor the cipher, white fire, Presto Geyser. The one-arm rider who ride the driver. My son vices, brighter surprise, despise the fighters. Death to fight the fire, supervisor prior. I slice like Michael Myers, wiser womanizer. Funk deodorizer, provide the amplifier. Empire's designer, inspired, admire. Watch me hypnotize the small talks and appetizer. I'ma fuck with it. I'ma fuck with it.
Hit 'em with a bang in the business.
I don't like fucking with it. Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
The sickest.
I'ma fuck with it. I'ma fuck with it.
Hit 'em with a bang in the business.
I don't like fucking with it. Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know. I'm rebel and philanthropist, damage and extravagant. Hit 'em in the abdomen. Rock my Jeff Hamilton, battling savages. Respect the masculine. Challenge all you fake, the worst son. Dismantling, rattling, gambling. Stop your psycho babbling. Have your body dangling. Manage that entanglement. Whack beat sampling, trampling. Activist, graduate compassionate. Work diamonds dazzling.
Coming out the battle with scratches and bloody bandages. Smelling my cologne called cannabis when I'm rambling. Words on point like a javelin, and what's happening is let me break it down like an acronym on these mannequins.
friends. I'm just the alpha, my energy's magnificent. Me and the doobie, we hitting you with some different shit. DJ FM be flipping it on you simpletons, hitting it like some switches. The
DJ FM, let's go.
I'ma fuck with it. I'ma fuck with it.
Hit 'em with a bang in the business.
I don't like fucking with that. Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
The sickest.
I'ma fuck with it. I'ma fuck with it.
Hit 'em with a bang in the business.
I don't like fucking with that. Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know. Comply, conspire, require high survival. God particle, Swiss CERN collider. Outsider, dead bodies up in the Chrysler. Hiding in the fly whip, sipping Budweiser.
Cheers, like Mr. Wonderful, I'ma put this beat in a pal drive. With the style provider, the sound is tighter. The highlighter, striker, a thinker just like MacGyver. You fucking with dope designers, you gotta respect the writers.
Barbed wire, attire, rewire, amplifier, revive a vault supplier. City's whole entire. The crazy Rachel Pryor acquire life's desires. Choir singing lies apart. My analyzer.
Like I'm cleaner than hand sanitizers, body slamming a tiger. The high flyer, high riser, I'm rowdy like Piper. Venomous like a viper when I'm up in the cipher. Murder by any means is only getting me hyper. Sickest.
I'ma fuck with it. I'ma fuck with it.
Hit 'em with a bang in the business.
I don't like fucking with that. Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
The sickest.
I'ma fuck with it. I'ma fuck with it.
Hit 'em with a bang in the business.
I don't like fucking with that. Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We let 'em know.
Let 'em know.
We'll see you guys next time. Chris sees the internet.